work at a public school. I'm a support staff member. I got a question about what the law says. There are guidelines for conduct as an employee, but with the presidential election coming up, people sometimes like to express their opinion about who they like. So, and I can refer to agencies I'm familiar with to answer these questions, but can you give me your opinion on what is okay in a school as long as it doesn't distract the educational process, as far as, hey, if I were to wear a T-shirt that says I like candidate A, not saying vote this, but maybe just a picture of a candidate, where could I go to get some information that says, hey, they can't fire me because their policy says this, but the law says I have freedom of speech?
Okay, so I've got a question. Are you subject to a contract? Are you employed by contract, or are you employment at will?
I am employment at will, but I'm third party. I am not employed by the school. They hire an agency that hires me, so it's a third party employer.
Okay, well, that makes it even more treacherous for you to express your opinions. In Michigan, we have what's called employment at will, which means you can get fired at any time with notice, without notice, for good reason, without good reason. You could walk in with the wrong color tie, and your boss could say, get the heck out of here, right? And you there's nothing you can do, as long as it's not discriminatory, based upon race or religion. What?
There's federal law that says freedom of religion's one, freedom of speech.
Yeah, sure.
So that's where my question comes in.
But if you're serving at the pleasure of an individual employer, whether it's a school or a private party, they can tell you, we don't want any political talk in our office. If they're saying you can only talk about one candidate and you can't talk about anybody else, then that might be a little problematic. But still, if you're employment at will, they can fire you for no matter what. And the courts are pretty strict on that. I don't think. I think you should remember the old saying that loose lips sink ships, Jack.
Just because you don't like it or you don't, that's the state of the law. It's employment at will. That's what Michigan has. That's what it is. And if you don't like it, I guess you got to move somewhere else. But it's that's what it is. Employment at will, right, Brian?
That's exactly right. If he's got a contract, there's probably some way around that. But still,
even in a contract,
why would you be speaking that way at your employer? I mean, if you got some idea that may cause a problem, to the extent that you're doing research to find out what you can and cannot say, then I kind of think you better be quiet if you don't,
Yeah, I mean, it's employment at will, and that's what it is. So